sprinkle of water gushed out in the oven beneath the ground. Prophet Nuh, peace be upon him, watched as the water level began to rise drop by drop. The indication from Allah had come. The greatest flood in the history of mankind was coming. It was time to board the Ark. Prophet Nuh's Ark. This story has been taken from Tafsir Ibn Kathir and has been reviewed for authenticity by Luqmay Sharia Advisory Board.
Not you again! Go away! Shh! We don't want to hear a word from you.
How many more times shall we say this to you?
Prophet Nuh, peace be upon him, stepped back as people around him stuffed their fingers in their ears and yelled at him to be quiet. It was just another day in the life of Prophet Nuh, peace be upon him. The people of his nation had been misguided by Satan. Satan had convinced them to make idols of their pious ancestors and worship them as gods. Nuh, peace be upon him, had been sent to stop them from the terrible sin and remind them that only Allah deserved to be worshipped and praised. The creator of the moon and the stars, the provider, the Lord was one and only, Allah the Almighty. Prophet Nuh had been trying to make the rich and influential leaders of his nation listen to him. The leaders who were supposed to be wise and knowledgeable. But instead, they were stubborn and arrogant. Prophet Nuh, peace be upon him, shook his head in disbelief and sorrow. He should not have been surprised or saddened by their rude behavior. After all, this had been happening for years and years. 950 years to be exact. From the very beginning, he'd just been disrespected and mocked. I have come to give you a clear warning. Worship Allah, fear Him, and obey me, he had said.
What? We'll never give up praying before our gods.
Wad, Sava, Yahos, these are our holy gods.
Our ancestors have worshipped them, and so shall we.
The powerful leaders had cried out stubbornly. When Prophet Nuh, peace be upon him, had persuaded them further, they questioned his authority. They had accused him of making up stories.
How can you be a prophet?
Are you saying you're better than us? You're an ordinary human, a mortal who is going to die.
You know, prophet,
you're just like us, and you can't tell us what to do,
they had remarked disrespectfully. However, Prophet Nuh's, peace be upon him, patience and determination had been outstanding. He had not given up, nor had he lost hope in his people. He had given them glad tidings that Allah would forgive them and bless them with special gifts if they chose the right path. He will send down abundant rain. He will give you wealth and children. He will provide you with gardens and rivers. He had motivated them enthusiastically. But the pompous leaders had just become more and more rebellious. When they would see Prophet Nuh, peace be upon him, coming their way, they would quickly cover their faces with their cloaks. They were ready to do anything to avoid him.
Grr, we don't want to hear his lectures,
they would whisper under their breaths as they scrambled away. Over time, a handful of people had realized their mistake. They had accepted that Prophet Nuh, peace be upon him, was guiding them towards the right direction. But these people were some of the poorest people of his nation. The snobby chiefs had glanced at the small number of followers and cringed at their shabby appearance.
Ha ha ha! Take a look at your low-life companions, Nuh. Only the most pathetic and poor amongst us choose to believe in your fictional stories.
If you are a prophet of God, why don't you make your followers rich and wealthy?
They demanded ignorantly. They were unable to see that the faithful believers were more precious in the eyes of Allah than them. They were unable to see that Nuh, peace be upon him, was a prophet who neither demanded money nor riches. He just wanted his people to trust him and follow his teachings. And thus, for all these years, Prophet Nuh, peace be upon him, kept on urging his people to correct themselves. He continued to warn his people that if they did not stop their idol worship, Allah would not spare them. Yet these smug leaders continued to degrade him and make fun of his warnings.
We are sick of your constant threats.
Bring it on.
Where is the punishment?
When will it come?
We are not afraid because we don't think you're telling the truth, they taunted. Nuh, peace be upon him, was extremely sad and disheartened. He thought of his people who continued to mistrust him and doubt his honesty. He thought of one of his 4 sons and wife who refused to support him. Oh my Allah, I have surely called my people day and night, but my calls have only made them run farther away, he called out to Allah, hurt and dejected. Allah comforted his sincere prophet.
وَأُوحِيَ إِلَى نُوحٍ أَنَّهُ لَن يُؤْمِنَ مِن قَوْمِكَ إِلَّا مَن قَدْ آمَنَ فَلَا تَبْتَئِسْ بِمَا كَانُوا يَفْعَلُونَ.
None of your people will believe except those who already have. So, do not be upset by what they have been doing. A dreadful punishment was on its way to finish off the ungrateful idol worshippers. But Allah had planned that Nuh, peace be upon him, and his followers were going to be saved. The disbelievers were doomed to drown to their deaths.
واصنع الفلك بأعيننا ووحينا ولا تخاطبني في الذين ظلموا إنهم مغرقون.
Build the ark under our watchful eyes and directions. Allah commanded to Prophet Nuh, peace be upon him. No one had ever seen an ark before, nor did they know how to construct it. It was only possible through Allah's instructions directly revealed to Prophet Nuh, peace be upon him. Step by step, he was told exactly what to do. The days were hot and sunny as Nuh, peace be upon him, and his companions started building the ark. Not a drop of water could be seen for miles and miles. They chopped wood from sturdy trees and hammered them into wide, flat boards. Once they completed the structure of the ark, they used black tar to paint it. Every now and then, people stopped by, smirked, and made fun of them. Nuh, peace be upon him, ignored them as they nudged each other, whispered some mumbo-jumbo, and then broke into peals of loud laughter. "What now, Nuh? What are you doing?" they called out rudely.
You went around saying you're a prophet. Have you become a carpenter now?
They teased disrespectfully. He responded to the taunts that he was building an ark on Allah's order.
Building an ark? You mean like a ship?
Will you sail it on dry land?
We don't even have enough water to drink. From where will you get water to sail your ginormous ship on?
They smirked sarcastically.
Hey, can anyone see the sea? We cannot see the sea,
they joked like immature children. They thought they were funny, but Prophet Nuh, peace be upon him, knew better. He knew that the ignorant people laughing today would be in the clutches of a horrific punishment very soon. And that day, no one would be laughing. Hey kids, to listen to the rest of the story, subscribe at www.luqmay.com for $10 per month and unlock more videos of this story and much more. Link given in the description below.